What's up, everybody? This is Jose, Florida Hood Vlogs. We're here in Fort Myers on Flawler, just to show you guys that you can do it as well. I'm not doing this to show off. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to look like a good person. I'm doing this so that you, the person viewing this video, so that you can do the same thing as well, and so that you know that you can do this. So we're in Fort Myers, which is a pretty rough city, and we're gonna purposely try to go to the rougher spots where we can find some homeless people. So let's get out of here and let's look for them. Maybe they'll have a pair of socks or a shirt or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, I see what they got. They might have socks or some other stuff, you know? I'm gonna check this corner store out. There might be socks or, you know, other little things you can get, so I'm gonna check it out. Get some water for the house. We're out. side of this. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
What's up, man? Hey.
Yeah.
What's up? Warm beef, buddy?
Yeah.
You alright? You want a drink? Give me the Sprite, King.
I got soda and stuff.
Alright, here's more though. You can have more from there. Here.
What is it?
Another soda right here, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll make sure. I love you too, believe that.
Yeah, man. Thanks. He loves everybody, man.
Yeah.
Just eat something. Have a good night, alright?
You too. Thank you.
Yeah. Serious. Must be serious with it, man. Serious, man.
Y'all be safe.
Hold on, I'm giving.
Where we at though? Where we at?
We was in Fort Myer, Florida. Huh?
Fort Myer.
Fort Myer.
Show them how to say that.
Fort Myer.
Fort Myer.
Fort Myer, though.
All right, man.
Look, tell me about cat foot right, dog. I'll be running these holes, dog.
All right. So what's it like out here, bro?
What's it like? It's like living in hell,
Why do you say that?
but being in paradise.
Okay. Tell me about the paradise. What's good out here?
What's good? What's good out of it? You know, right? Them holes ain't shit, dog. Let me tell you something about the holes. Oh, man, I be starting with the hair, too, dog. Flicking in the wind.
I know, but
You know
somebody
what
find a drone up here though.
Oh, check them out!
Is that the police or what?
I don't
They got
know,
a drone
cat
on
foot
us.
there.
All right.
Gone.
Somebody find maybe something. All right.
Oh, go.
All right. How long you been out here?
My whole life, basically.
Pretty much. North Fort Myers. Fort Myers was just
I was born in Fort Myers, but
yeah. You know, tell people what it's like out here in Fort Myers as far as, you know, life in this town.
Tater!
I mean, life,
All right.
self-explanatory, basically. I'd say anywhere else.
Okay. So you got a lot of tattoos, you know, you earn that stuff on the street? Is it, you know, you had to do stuff out here or no?
No,
It's all chill. You ever been locked up?
I mean, you could look it up. I mean,
That's not cool, man. I'm just trying to.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
All right, buddy.
I mean, it's public.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Is there anything you could say to young people that live in a place like this? You know, it's not easy out here as far as what they need to be doing so their lives can do better, what mistakes they shouldn't be making, you know, anything like that.
Just stay in your own lane, basically. And do what you got to do
All right.
to do better.
Yeah. How do you feel about females? A little bit more respect than the homie over here? Yeah. I think women deserve more respect, you know. Like a lot of people out here, they don't even know who their daddy is a lot of times. And then the mother's the one who, you know, like I crossed the bridge and I saw a woman walking across the bridge with a little stroller. You know what I mean? It's usually the woman doing that right there, you know, not the guy. You know, so I personally can't agree with that. You know, I think women deserve more respect. There's a lot of people out here don't even know who their daddy is. The mother's the one that brought him up, you know? Cool, man. Is there anything you like about Fort Myers?
I'm been trying to actually find a job so I can stay and get out.
You want to get out?
I mean,
Do you-
I'm kind of
Just trying to do
really
something.
nowhere to go, somewhat.
All right. So you're trying to figure out where to go.
Figure life out basically.
Do you have any work skills? Do you like anything you can do that you think could, you know, construction?
That's what I can basically do because it's all I can really
Cool.
get out here.
Construction work, and they don't pay a lot.
Depends on
What you're doing, how much you know. Do you know when you leave this place where you would go to? You have any idea?
I mean, so far, not really. I mean, Oklahoma with my dad, but
You got family in Oklahoma?
just my dad. And he has a job ready for me and everything. He's a foreman, so.
Yeah.
But it's just getting a job out here and saving up.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's real easy out here to get kind of carried away in the wrong direction. Do you think it's important for people that are out here to stay sober, you know, and not end up in a cycle of, like, a vicious cycle you can't get out of, you know?
Yeah.
Cool. You know, rents here are really expensive in this area for the most part.
Oh, rent.
Yeah, like it makes it hard for a lot of people. Like, pretty much what a rent pays in this area here, pretty much it's not even enough to live. Pretty much, like after you pay, when you get paid at a gas station, $9 an hour, and then you pay a rent. After that, there's pretty much nothing left. So sometimes if you go somewhere like Oklahoma, somewhere cheaper, you might do better because, you know, there's not a lot out here. Anything else you want to say? You know. All right, man. Well, check us out on YouTube, man. Florida Hood Vlogs. You know, stay clean, bro. Stay safe out here. It's crazy on these streets, bro. You know, just try the best you can. Like, it don't matter. Like, sometimes life is up and down. You might be down right now, but eventually you'll get back up. It's like the waves of the sea, bro. Up, down, up, down. You might have a down right now, but eventually you're gonna have an up. You know, you ain't gonna be down here forever. So if you go through hard times, keep that in mind, bro. Like the waves of the sea, you'll hit back up again. Just make sure you don't end up, you know, don't give up. Because if you give up, then that's when you end up out here all the time, you know. You're young. How old are you, bro?
Well, I'll be 22, 30.
22. Yeah. Like, when I was 22 years old, there was times where I didn't even know where I was going to sleep. It was, I didn't know if we were going to make the rent. We didn't know if we were going to stay where we're at. Now I'm 30. As you get older, you get a little bit smarter, and you get more comfortable, you know. Y'all have a good night, man. All right, man. And when somebody's on the street, you don't have the right to try to judge them and say, you know, like, let's say you don't want to give somebody money. That's cool, because they might use the money incorrectly. But you can't use food incorrectly. There's only one thing you can do with food, and there's no reason for anybody. As you can see, you can go into any neighborhood. I'm not from this neighborhood. I don't know anybody out here. I just got off on a corner. There might have been 10 people when I got out. When they saw I had a camera and somebody flew a drone, half of the people left. But so, like, sometimes you think you're the one, you feel afraid of people out here, but in reality, they're the ones who are vulnerable. They're the ones who are actually afraid of you because they're more vulnerable. So the lesson that I have in this video is, do not be afraid of people that are vulnerable. They're the ones who are vulnerable, not you. And don't judge people. Like, do the best you can do for other people within your capacity. I mean, $7 to a working class person is nothing. $7 is the tip that you leave at a restaurant after you have a meal. Yet you can stop by a drive-thru and get some $7 and give somebody a McDonald's bag or a Popeye's bag with some food in it, and maybe that person hasn't even eaten today, you know. And then we might say, oh, you know, first, there's no reason to be afraid in doing that, okay? Because the people that I've met here on this street today, I was in downtown Naples earlier today, where all the rich people are, and the people that I've met here on the street in Fort Myers, North Fort Myers, are friendlier and more genuine and more approachable than the rich people in downtown Naples. So with that in mind, there's not anything to be afraid of. Be kind, be generous, help people. Poor people are more vulnerable. Okay, get that through your mind. Poor people are more vulnerable. So a drug dealer can't move into a rich community because those rich people are powerful and they can protect themselves with their money, and they don't have to put up with somebody taking advantage of their neighborhood to do something like that. But poor people, we're vulnerable, so we can't protect ourselves from these elements of crime the same way that rich people do. The next thing is, I was in downtown Naples today, where the wealthiest of the wealthiest people presidents, the governors of states, ambassadors, all those wealthy CEOs of the biggest companies in the world, they have homes in Naples. I was in downtown Naples earlier today making another video, and I can tell you for a fact that the people that I've met here in North Fort Myers and in Fort Myers behind gas stations at night, okay, on corner stores, homeless people and people that are vagrant in the streets, are more generous, more respectful, more kind, more courteous than all the people in downtown Naples, because you won't get an interview out of somebody in downtown Naples. They won't give you a second of their time. But these people here, even though they don't have anything, they give you everything they got. So don't assume that because somebody's poor that they're worse than rich people. And if you're calling other people racist, if you're calling other people judgmental, then you're a hypocrite, because we're all judgmental and we're all prejudiced. That is something that as humans we're born with, because it's a psychological protection for us. But you have to work that out of your system. I was just in Tampa. This is on one of my videos. If you watch my Tampa Hood video, you'll notice it. A homeless person was begging. I mean desperately begging. I thought, okay, here's my prejudice. I thought this dude's begging, so he's not, you know, it's not real. So the person in the car in front of me, I didn't make eye contact with the guy. I looked the other way. I'm in my car, I'm ignoring him like it's not happening. The car in front of us gave the guy a bag of food. You know what he did with the bag of food? He grabbed it, opened it, and started eating it right away. And I know what that is. That's the person that hasn't eaten in 2 or 3 days, because I've seen it. All right, so I've been in places in Florida, not in the cities here where there's stuff. I'm in the middle of nowhere in Stark, Florida, on 301 past Ocala, somewhere by Lake Butler, and you see a person walking at night on the side of the road, and you have a little bit of extra food in your car, and you give it to that person, and before they can even say thank you, they're already stuffing the food in their mouth because they haven't eaten in 2 or 3 days. And maybe that's a woman that was in an abusive relationship and had to run away with nothing. You don't understand the problems and the situations that people face on the streets. You can't judge people. The people that are out here in these streets can be just as kind and courteous as anybody else you're gonna meet in your life, if not more. That we just approached a bunch of people we didn't know with a camera in their face, and we were able to talk to them and tell them and ask them personal questions. And the young man was even respectful. He didn't have to be respectful. I got in his face with a camera. He didn't have to give me a minute of his time. He did. So with that said, you know, just expand your thinking. Don't be so judgmental and help people. We're not going to help the mentally disabled that are on the streets hungry and homeless. We're not going to help them out because there might be somebody out there who's a drug addict, and we're judging those people. That's not right. You have to help people. A bag of food can never be used in the wrong way. You have to help people. You have to do something to help people out here. And it's not even about the food, because every single day you have to eat again, but it's the act of kindness that that person might need at that moment in their life